In the stark, icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely pierces the endless twilight, a chilling sight unfolds. A polar bear, the majestic ruler of this frozen realm, is not just battling the elements, but is also a victim of an unexpected and grotesque affliction. This bear, once a symbol of strength and resilience, now bears a horrific wound. A gaping cavity teeming with the remnants of a beehive. Yes, you heard that right, a beehive. As we delve into this unsettling scenario, prepare yourself for a journey into the bizarre intersection of nature's beauty and its darker, more grotesque realities. The polar bear, with its thick white fur and powerful frame, is not a creature one would associate with bees. Yet, in a world where climate change disrupts ecosystems and forces species into unfamiliar territories, this bear has found itself in a nightmarish predicament. The hive, nestled in a hollowed-out tree trunk, was once a bustling metropolis of honeybees, but now it has become a source of torment. The bear, drawn by the sweet scent of honey, attempted to raid the hive, only to be met with a furious swarm. The bees, defending their home with a vengeance, unleashed a barrage of stings, leaving the bear with a grotesque wound that is both fascinating and repulsive. As we examine the wound, we see the aftermath of this brutal encounter. The bear's skin is raw and inflamed, a patchwork of angry red and swollen flesh, with remnants of bee venom coursing through its bloodstream. The bees, in their relentless pursuit of survival, have not only inflicted pain. In the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched meadow, a striking white horse stands, its coat gleaming like freshly fallen snow. But upon closer inspection, a horrific sight emerges. A gaping wound, a grotesque hive of bees embedded in its flesh. A scene that is both shocking and unsettling. This is not merely a wound. It is a testament to the dark side of nature, where beauty and horror intertwine. The horse, once a symbol of grace and power, now bears the burden of an infestation that is as fascinating as it is repulsive. The bees, those industrious little creatures, have turned this majestic animal into a living hive, a grotesque spectacle of nature's relentless cycle. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, we uncover the science behind the infestation. The bees, drawn to the horse's warmth and the scent of its sweat, have found an ideal breeding ground. They burrow into the soft tissue, creating a hive that thrives on the horse's very life force. The wound, swollen and oozing, becomes a breeding ground for these tiny marauders, who feast on the horse's flesh while simultaneously laying their eggs. The horse, in its agony, in the stark, icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely pierces the endless twilight, a polar bear roams, a majestic creature, yet marked by a haunting affliction. This bear, a symbol of strength and resilience, bears a horrific honeycomb wound, a grotesque testament to the harsh realities of survival in a world increasingly shaped by human hands. The wound, a gaping, festering cavity, is not merely a scar. It is a breeding ground for life, a dark ecosystem thriving on the bear's suffering. As we delve deeper into this chilling narrative, we uncover the unsettling truth of barnacle infestation, a phenomenon that transforms this noble predator into a living canvas of nature's brutality. Barnacles, those seemingly innocuous crustaceans, have found a grotesque home on the bear's exposed flesh. With their hard, calcareous shells, they cling tenaciously to the bear's skin, creating a honeycomb of life that thrives in the most inhospitable of environments. Each barnacle, a tiny fortress, drills into the bear's flesh, feeding on the nutrients that should sustain the bear itself. In the dense, shadowy underbrush of the rainforest, a chilling scene unfolds, a sight that would make even the most seasoned wildlife documentary viewer recoil in horror. Here, amidst the vibrant greens and the cacophony of nature, a gorilla stands, its powerful frame marred by a grotesque wound, a gaping cavity that seems to pulse with life. But this is no ordinary injury. It is the result of a horrific bee infestation, a nightmarish tableau that reveals the darker side of nature's intricate web. As we delve deeper into this unsettling narrative, prepare yourself for a journey that intertwines the beauty of the wild with the grotesque realities that lurk beneath its surface. The gorilla, a majestic creature often seen as a symbol of strength and gentleness, now bears the scars of an unseen battle. The wound, a festering mass, is not merely a result of a single sting, but rather a catastrophic invasion of bees, thousands of them swarming and burrowing into the soft tissue of its skin. The sight is both fascinating and repulsive. The gorilla's dark fur is matted with honey and blood, a sticky mixture that attracts even more insects, creating a vicious cycle of infestation. The bees, drawn to the warmth and moisture of the gorilla's body, have made it their hive, a grotesque testament to nature's relentless drive for survival, even at the expense of another creature. As we examine this phenomenon, it becomes clear that the gorilla's plight is not an isolated incident. Bee infestations, while rare, can occur in the animal kingdom, particularly when an animal is injured or weakened. The bees, in their instinctual quest for a suitable nesting site, can turn a living being into a hive, a grotesque transformation that speaks to the harsh realities of survival. The gorilla, once a powerful symbol of the wild, now stands as a victim of nature's cruel indifference, a reminder that even the strongest can fall prey to the smallest of creatures. The science behind this infestation is as fascinating as it is disturbing. Bees are attracted to the pheromones released by the gorilla's body, particularly in areas where the skin is broken. The wound, a ripe target, becomes a breeding ground for the bees, who lay their eggs in the soft tissue. As the larvae hatch, they feed on the gorilla's flesh, creating a grotesque symbiosis that is both horrifying and awe-inspiring. The gorilla, in its suffering, becomes a host, a living vessel for the next generation of bees, a cycle of life that is as brutal as it is beautiful. Yet, as we observe this dark spectacle, we must confront the ethical implications of such a scenario. The gorilla, a creature that embodies the spirit of the wild, is now a victim of circumstances that are often exacerbated by human actions. Habitat destruction, climate change, and the encroachment of civilization into natural spaces have led to a decline in bee populations, forcing these creatures to adapt in ways that can have devastating consequences for other species. The gorilla's suffering is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of life, a testament to the fact that our actions can have far-reaching effects on the delicate balance of nature. In the end,